All right guys, so we're out here in the garage today. I thought we'd take a minute and talk about boots, of course. A little bit about me. I've been riding dirt bikes for almost 40 years. So I've tried a lot of different boots. Have not tried all of them because once I found the Alpinestars line, specifically their Tech 7 boots, I fell in love with them and knew that they were pretty much all I needed as long as they kept making them and didn't change them much. So this is the older series of boots. I think in 2024 they kind of had a revision on their Tech 7 boots. I haven't tried those yet, but they're in my cart, let's just say. I also, you can see, lean towards a black boot because, you know, boots being the lowest thing to the ground, they get dirty quick, and white doesn't stay white for very long. However, I am kind of burnt out on black boots. So you can see I'm getting some colorways here. Black's easy because it goes with everything for the most part. Always looks the same, clean or dirty. I mean, so they just kind of work. The Tech 7s, you know, I get a lot of life out of them, and they're a good compromise in my opinion as far as protection, durability, and costs. You know, these things are around that $400 mark. I've paid more, I've paid less. I'm not sure what they're going for right now. I'd have to look. Rocky Mountain ATV MC could certainly sort that out for you. This black pair I have here, the oldest pair I have, they are on their last leg. I'm not sure how long I've had these. I say 2016, 2017 is when I bought that pair of boots, and I've ran them, you know, pretty much every weekend for a long time. And you can see the soles are hammered on them. They're done. They're getting ready to hit the garbage can. And that's what wears out on these boots more often than anything else. I've never had any problem with buckles. The buckles just hold up really well. They close really well, whether they're dirty or clean. They stay closed really well. I've had them pop open before, but I think that's a thing on any boot that you're gonna have to deal with. The toes hold up really well. I've never had any delaminations coming from the sole to the boot. Never had that happen. They actually are meant to be able to replace this section of boot. And you used to be able to buy that piece, but then at some point they decided the glue for it was like a hazardous material or something, so you can't get it anymore. You can't get it shipped anymore as far as I know. Maybe you could have a cobbler, a boot guy, glue it on for you. I've never really researched that or looked into it. I know you can send your boots out and have a whole new sole put on for a couple $100, and you know, in the long run, that's probably worth it. Maybe I'll try that once. Maybe I'll send these out just to see what the ultimate cost would be, and is it worth doing over just buying a brand new boot. I think if you have a more expensive boot like the Tech 7, you know, you get up in the $800 range of boots, maybe that would be worth spending $200 to have a new sole put on. But for me, with the Tech 7s, what did I say, Tech 7? The Tech 7s, I don't think it's really worth doing that. But I don't know, maybe I'll try it. Maybe I'll send these out and see what happens. But they're flexible for the most, and remember, these are almost 10 years old, so you know, these are about as broken in as you're gonna get. They're flexible, but they offer plenty of support side to side, in my opinion. And I love them, and I'll keep buying them until I find something better. But one of the things about the Alpinestars that I really like is that they kind of have a smaller toe box in my experience. And I have kind of small, I like to say average size feet, but honestly, they're probably smaller feet. I wear a size 9 in motocross boots, and they fit pretty well with a little bit of room for my tiny little baby feet. So if you have a wider foot, you may, I always recommend trying on a pair of boots before you buy them, because, you know, one guy may love them, but if they don't fit you right, they're not going to be comfortable, and you're not going to like them. So I like them because they're smaller, and my feet fit them very well. Again, as far as protection, I've never had any issues. I have bad ankles anyways. You know, as a kid, Just playing street basketball, I've rolled my ankle so many times that it's like the ligaments are all stretched out in there, so I can roll my ankle on a penny now if I'm not careful. So, but yeah, I love them. They last several seasons for me. These guys are I think I bought these in 2023. And you can see the soles are holding up on them fine. I usually run stock pegs, so it's not like I'm getting the sharpest pegs on my bike and torturing my boots that way. But yeah, I highly recommend them, and I'll keep buying them. I'm curious to see. I kind of like that they updated them a little for 2025, just with a little bit different look. They still pretty much look like Tech 7s, but it's nice to have some change here and there. And everything I've heard about the new ones, they're just as good as the old ones. And the improvements work. A little bigger rubbery patch in here for more grip. But I think the buckles are the same, slightly different look, but pretty awesome. Yeah, the negatives, again, probably just the fact that you can't easily replace the sole. But you can send them out. I don't think there are too many boots out there that you can replace the sole. I think it's City make one that has a bolt-on sole, or maybe it's Grenade, I can't remember, but I've heard varying degrees of success with those, whether that works or not. So anyhow, that's kind of my review on the Tech 7. I give them 5 stars for sure. I'm going to keep buying them. They're what I wear. I ride every weekend for the most part, sometimes more. I try to ride at least twice a week if the weather's right. From racing motocross to off-road, I've worn them and everything. As far as waterproofing stuff, yeah, my feet get wet, but I think if you're riding in water, your feet are going to get wet. I'm not too concerned about waterproof boots or boots that claim to be waterproof or any of that stuff. If that's what you're looking for, my feet get wet in these. And I haven't tried every boot out there, like I said. Once I find something that works, I kind of stick with it. You know, I'm not made out of money, so I can't just go out and try every boot out there. Boots are expensive. So take everything I say with a grain of salt, I guess. And the biggest thing to take out of this is try your boots on before you buy, because they're expensive no matter if you're buying cheap ones or not. Speaking of cheap boots, I have tried cheap boots. I'm not going to say the manufacturer, but they were basically a $100 pair of boots I tried. I wore them one time and felt like I got more support out of a pair of thongs. So, like I said, with my bad ankles, the cheaper boots that you can find, the entry-level boots, I guess you could say, I don't know, man. Use caution. That's all I could really say. That's my experience. And I know everybody has a different experience with them. I think it's important to have boots on. They are a primary protection point. I'm sorry about that dog. I'm not gonna, I love animals, but that dog is driving me nuts right now. I'm sure you can hear it. Anyhow, I'm kind of rambling. This is supposed to be a short video. Tech 7s, love them. I'll keep buying them. And yeah, do your own research and figure out what works for you and stick with it. Thanks for watching.